an English woman, one in Switzerland, looked at several rooms in a large apartment house. She told the schoolmaster who owned the house that she would let him know later on renting the house. But once she reached her hotel, she realized she forgot to inquire about the water closet, that is the bathroom. So immediately she writes a letter to the schoolmaster inquiring about the same. The Swiss schoolmaster, being far away from being an expert in English, had no clue what WC meant, and that is what the lady had addressed water closet as. He took the help of the parish priest to understand the meaning of WC, and eventually both of them decided that it must mean Wayside Chapel, a church. And then to placate her into buying a house or renting a house, this is the response that he gave her. Dear madam, I'm very pleased to inform you that WC is located 7 miles from the house. It is located in a beautiful pine grove. It can accommodate 250 people at a time. I recommend that you come early, although there is a lot of standing room. But this is unfortunate, or would be a problem if you plan to visit it regularly. I'm glad to actually also tell you this. A lot of members, a lot of people who visit WC, they actually bring their lunch and they stay on it. And others who can afford it, they come by car and just arrive in time. I would recommend that you come on Thursdays when we have social music. Acoustically, the place is excellent. I'm very glad to actually inform you that my daughter got married in WC. And that is where she met her husband. The newest attraction at WC is a wealthy donation made by one of the residents of the district. That is a bell. It rings joyously whenever someone enters into WC. If you wish, I would be very glad to reserve the best seat for you, from where you will be seen by all. I hope I was of service to you. I remain sincerely the schoolmaster. Hello, Toastmasters and honored guests. This is what can happen if you don't understand what is being asked. Then there is the other scenario of where you respond, where you make a response which has a totally different meaning. When I was 4 years old, my family had a requirement to change the LPG connection. So for this, we had to deposit the current LPG cylinder that we had. So my dad took me along with him. And when I returned home, my grandmother, she saw that I had heightened levels of energy. Curiously, she asked, "Where did you go?" Excitingly and innocently, I replied, "I went to leave gas." You can imagine the plight that I had with that response. And then there's the third kind of response that you can make, the cross connection. I came across this article when I was going through a blog, where a man talks about a bizarre incident. This is how the narrative goes as per the man. I went to the mall yesterday, and on my way out, I stopped at the men's room. It was pretty late, and the place was quite deserted. As soon as I took my stance, I suddenly heard a sound from the next stall. And I hear a voice talking to me saying, "How are you doing?" In my entire life, I have never struck a conversation doing such an important business. Hesitantly, I replied, "I'm fine." Encouraged by my response, the next question came forth. "So, what's going on?" I felt like retorting, "What do you think goes on in a restroom?" Pacifying myself, I replied, "Not much, business as usual." And And then suddenly came the dreaded question. Hey, can I come over to your side right now? I panicked. I thought of packing everything right now and escaping to the nearest exit. At that point of time, I replied, hey, I'm getting late right now, maybe some other time. And then suddenly struck to me what was happening. Suddenly the man, the next thing that he speaks, he says, hey, I'll call you back later. There is a fool in the other stall who was answering to all my questions. So friends, whenever you're responding, make sure that you know what is being asked. You know what the intended meaning is. And finally, do you need to respond at all? Thank you. Over to you.